If you love what you do, you don't want to give it up. We're going to get through it. People have said, I can't imagine this block, of Northwest Portland not being here as a hostel.
Since I stepped in the door, I've felt comfortable.
I guess I've always kind of had that knack of kind of knowing what people want. When people have asked me, how do you do all this?
I often get, I stayed in a hostel in Europe. I didn't know we had one here.
Being able to put myself in that place, when I walk into a hostel, what do I want to see? What do I want to find?
So I think for people to see that they have a hostel in their city, and here, like a great one too, that's pretty unique, I think it's important for them to see that. And then also for those that haven't experienced a hostel, changing the perspective of what a hostel is.
My name's Jim Kennett. Well, I'm the founder. That's the title I'm going by now, since I'm in my 70s and officially retired, but I say I'm semi-retired because I'm still putting in the time and the care and the passion into the place.
What gets me up every day is that I do enjoy providing great experiences for people. It's really hard to explain what a hostel should be like if you haven't really experienced it.
Northwest Portland Hostel has the comfort level of a hotel with the socialness of a hostel, which is really nice for a new family.
We've had so many people tell us, like, when you have kids, you'll stop traveling, or when you have kids, you won't stay in hostels anymore. I had this conversation 2 days ago with someone, actually, that's just not true.
My father was pretty handy doing things. I remember him renovating our unfinished basement and putting in this bar and all kinds of woodwork and all. And I don't ever remember really working with him because I was younger, but I think when you're just around that, you kind of pick it up. And so I just kind of had that interest.
Especially a hostel like this, you can have the private room and it feels like a nice, clean hotel, but you have the social aspect downstairs. You're making friends, you have the cafe, and there's things to do. Like there's activities. I think we're about to do a walking tour. We love to make friends. We love to learn about the cities that we're traveling to. We love to do stuff. And we found every time we're in a hotel, it's okay, but we're just hanging out by ourselves. Like it's very isolating. And you're not making friends, you're not talking to people. And it's kind of the beauty of traveling. When you're somewhere new, you meet people and you learn stuff about them and you learn stuff about the place you're at. It's a beautiful thing. So we always try to stay in hostels because everybody's doing the same thing you are. Everybody's traveling and everybody wants to explore. So you always have a common ground to talk to people about.
I had a few $1,000s in the bank. I was like, I'm going to see if there's a small house or a fixer-upper that I could maybe buy on a contract or something. And I found a place with this older couple, knocked on their door, told them, introduced myself, ended up, buying it from them for $9,000 and, $2,000 down, and made payments to them. And that was my first house, my first real estate deal. And then I took that house. I had a garage. I turned the garage into a one-bedroom house. moved into it half finished, rented the house out to other students.
The owners, Jim and Britta, like, they trust me and give me that freedom to be like, okay, I think I have an idea here. Like, let's test it out. Let's see if we can get more business in trying this or that. You get to meet a lot of people in my job. I go to a lot of different networking events around Portland to see how we can kind of cross-collaborate, whether that's a nonprofit or, like, you know, a small business.
During college, my college girlfriend and I decided in the summer we would do a trip across America and come back across Canada in my Volkswagen bus. So we kind of mapped it out and stayed in a bunch of hostels along the way, realized that most of them were privately owned and just big old houses that people had bought and turned into hostels, and, you know, sometimes the basement of a church or whatever back then. So it just stayed in my mind. This would be really a cool thing to do. I'd never been out of the country. I was seeing all these international people staying in the hostels of the US and Canada.
Since arriving at Northwest Portland Hostel, I've been really excited to see how welcoming it's been. Navigating life as a new mom can be really uncertain sometimes, and there's so many things that I'm learning as I go. And since coming here, I mean, we've just been met with like warm smiles and welcoming people, and everyone's asking how we're doing and loving on Daisy, and you know, basically since I stepped in the door, I've felt comfortable. And that's not always easy to do with a 4-month-old. So you can keep going, you can keep experiencing the community.
I think we try to be a true backpacker hostel. That's what we tell our community. We try to be part of the community by having our cafe that integrates. We look at it as the common room of the neighborhood for our hostel guests.
June came around, June 1st, when we were supposed to open. The common room was still a workshop with a table saw in the middle of it. The bunk bed pieces were all cut out. We were building our own. And people started showing up, like, oh my gosh, they're really gonna come. You know, first guy was a German guy, you know, big, tall, blonde guy with a backpack. Thomas was his name. So we just offered, you know, hey, you could stay for free. You just have to help assemble your bunk bed. The room's ready. Here's the pieces, and we'll show you how it goes together. So that became our first work exchange. Thomas was going to spend one night. He left, I think, 3 or 4 weeks later. He just kept extending every morning. He just loved the place so much. He kept helping out. You can imagine that this is going on. It might be 4 people getting together in an old house. It might be, you know, 100 people getting together, you know, for a walking tour in a big hostel in Vienna or somewhere, you know. But if this is happening in 18,000 places every day, you know, where people from different countries, maybe countries that have been at war for 1,000 years, and you know, you meet each other, the young people meet each other at a hostel, and they think, wow, this guy, you know, I've been taught to hate people from that country my whole life, and here I am, I like this guy, you know, gonna go out and, you know, that's the kind of stuff that gets me choked up. So it's kind of, you know, seeing those relationships, you know, that happen.
in today's like political climate, international travel is significantly down, and bringing in that creativity of being like, okay, well, this is the situation we're faced with. Like, how can we adapt to get through this, you know? And like right now, that means changing some of our dorm rooms into private rooms because there's more of a need.
We've been through 9/11. We've been through the Great Recession in 2008. We've been through SARS. We've been through the pandemic. These customers, these guests that come to the door every day and expect us to be open, you know, they don't want to come to the door and find a note that says, "Thank you for your support, but we couldn't make it," you know. But our community's coming through for us. We're pretty confident that, you know, because we have this village that we've created, that we're going to get through it. You know, it's kind of like we gave and now people are giving back. Just keep going and don't be afraid to reach out. You know, Britt and I are givers, you know. We're the ones that are usually on the side helping others, you know. So when it comes to the time when you need help, it's hard to ask for it, you know.
Right now in the world, it's really easy to be bogged down, and it's really easy to look at the bills you have to pay and look at the work you have to do and everything that is just piling on and the lack of sleep you get. The best thing you can do is just keep living and just keep doing everything that you know you love to do.
There's moments when I get up and I wonder, you know, can I get my energy back up again? And, you know, just keep finding that energy, keep being creative. When all the world travelers come back, we should be here for you.
You're staying open.
We damn well.